Yes, yeah, inti I was say your bon komona yere dia ho so bro. Latest sports stories kakra ho ha. Ya papa na de ho asem bro, okay? And of course, you know say this is your usual back to back to back to back latest sports updates. Me no kasa sesi me hye momo a mo Germany. E bia word na me ntimi ambo ne ye. Mo ana mbetimi abo ntimi bo na ambo ne ya, pardon me. Bamheisigen Broda Hospital. Yes, a hospital CA and a Luis Diaz ewo. And you know kwa buy much in place. Mom say the cast no bibri aba be test kakra answer pre-season no ashas into Broda Hospital Bamheisigen. Bam. Me just my body achemi hospital ho. I want to see boys now Barbie Drew. What I said my last video, me catch us say Luis Diaz Barbie Drew Germany and papa. And Tony the Barbie Drew. I'm the car black and a Barbie fano into bedroom any car I'm the fano so hospital na ora was see and see the rest of the place and so Barbie Drew. Doctors for no swaba by much in medical department for no so aba, and of course I'm gonna try say and then bibia be yi ti boys na be on medicals but Luis Diaz nti true ne dia na ne ehia yi pa because and na man for ehwe ni mu se be nti no everything is done and then me no ka sisi me sure say next video eba no now why in medicals ni na wi nti hospital ho na me ho asam so e dia bro kama just so you know matter say Barcelona for person mo propose a special jersey for nyamnya duma El Clasico game because a special jersey for the El Clasico game. So wow. Hey, go for any bad crap. It's special. In the concept, similar one in Bini. What's a special jersey? And again, I mean these things are La Lega for no allow they allow the clubs to normally do that. Inti and then someone else will pay few about the pay. Lela president, your friend Litan, any Al Khalifi ever sounds so a conclude for goalkeeper. Lucas Chevalier catch us Obeko Paris Saint-Germain meeting. Just conclusion pay for the musician say assembly SLL for can so 40 million euros. Now PH for your who come see come say o magia to say sika no mo betua. Now I'm sure the next question is how person we say Donnarumma so way. Then in any situation it's saying well what I can tell you with regard to Donnarumma they say just like we told you previously say oh no almost on my man say wo ye hutu no won sika na chinchini a yen sanfo bi nka ho dia wo beko intimate ni benya abaso but before meeting ni be baso no muni adaje e no akwa goalkeeper for fraba inti da say wo betina no wa sign the contract na only boy we a compete na say obeti say e beton that say inti you na omo akwa to France national team goalkeeper omo de betina bench PG Begire. To Donnarumma no kwa na say so ko no so say Donnarumma say onyenya club feel say project ne ya feel say okwa say be M1 and it makes a lot of sense because me kra no I'm like e be then we free PG say me call Galatasaray because for now as of today omo na make important offer because na Galatasaray so there lie be Donnarumma bro no so one nanye won so be do this situation no me say be obe or bluff PG for no so na PG for no ho apo but PG for na chese omo ho mpoda omo kofa player ba be hye wanan see where dey the situation is dark akra the situation is stable but they say ni dey also so awuntimi ntina be second goalkeeper chese woko anopay die tie na say Manchester United met story be say Chelsea for Munti almost Nicolas Jackson or my room inside the frame. And I say what's going on? Then my source say Manchester for say ampa no mo Nicolas Jackson and they just like we've told you previously ma confirm no correct or mo pen. Never Chelsea valuation for Nicolas Jackson or mo ni asking into achina. I say we me hu kai. I say we me hu kai say sika Chelsea for Man U for omo budget for striker no enye sa sika kese ye no say sa nko omo to Jokeres sa nko omo to Benjamin Sesko sika no well anyway yenim de be si china transfer asem de you can never say 100% sure but almost say Nicolas Jackson as today and again almost as today they say omo you omo ni free so Sa over 70 million pounds for Nicolas Jackson day. Omuntia. Either Manchester United is serious about the stance they've taken today, or more yes, I'm a Chelsea for no put at evaluation also. But today, almost said one, almost Emiliano Martinez so say 40 million pounds. Omuntia for Emiliano Martinez. Omunisa adageno. Omuntia. Anything on more quiet down to be on the loan call, you know, Omunisa Sika no Muditia for Nicolas Abrante and Emiliano Martinez. Inti Manchester United fans say as at this morning, also major money fee Emiliano Martinez and Nicolas Jackson so pa what I say. Meanwhile, Alejandro Garnacho also still no one or can Chelsea you. Deal with them and say a baswa me I'm sure say definitely will come on because the Chelsea 4 year in United so more to tell last minutes. No matter fact, Garnacho go last minute. Man, you are desperate. Into boom beton. I dear Chelsea 4 years. Into Garnacho so chain. So bad chain. I asked the you didn't care catch us say Barcelona for Kobe Bryant Jesse no. Yabeka want somebody at Chelsea. Se collabo no enyaba na ye the home pictures near the nyina dey abroad but near chain so officially. Barcelona for be announced. So we announced, and of course, they will use that jersey in their next game. Now, say jersey no, we call Barcelona official shopper. Air tono $149 euros, 149 euros. What they get 150 euros? What they basically because 149.99. What they fan say 150 euros. Ukuta. With me enya sa Barcelona for jersey no be, and so it's me ato. What's your say? Come on. Anyway, and say, more pebiato no, Barcelona for some announce be our come shop wa. Usubenya biato say Barcelona for just we or mobile in the next 2 or 3 seasons. In here, make a just in some no. After Newcastle for so a releasing. New away JC once and saying it sounds a Newcastle owners, you know, it was Saudi Arabia heritage in internal. Now saying normally away JCs a green. Of course, season where a day no one was so a release for Eddie Abba and also so green sa what's as Eddie Howe. Now say the Newcastle for game will be on the bar press conference because to be Eddie Howe so pale Sancho for baby sana about Alexander Isak. And then the actually mutai you see. Almost Sancho could be sana about Alexander Isak. And I say the way to me catch any and say Alexander Isak is still our player. He's contracted to us. We, to a certain degree, we can control his next move. I mean, they say we use to a certain degree. But I say, I would love to have Alexander Isak in my team. And my wish is for him to stay. This is according to Eddie Howe, the head coach of Newcastle. And most of the questions are Sancho Fokubisa Ninano, Bebrenano about Alexander Isak, and that's quite obvious. I say questions we maybe I know maybe Sabisano. Yen twas way to say any and then as I said, Liverpool for making move. Fast crowd. Now you will be a bit to me and sweet to me. Well, rest of your dad for first selector care defender. Almost so air fan from Olympic Lyon and see Aquay the boss Sunderland winning up a defender Croatia for defender and say or call Real Sociedad and so Aquacusia kind. Anyway, let's move on. But I say Liverpool for Omoya Adidas any Omoya interview be basically it's about Adidas. Now you say Johaba that was behind the scenes say ideally they didn't want to post it. And you see about one thing that I say. Anyway, to us when I mean fast stories and also was also and from bro. At least I forget Mr. Barcelona for Drew Korea. Barcelona for Drew Korea. Sisedi Asumgiaba from Japan. Now they are in Korea. On the 31st. How many soil, FC soil, and so everything abo. And it's the boys now, Drew. Of course, they are heading towards the hotel. Fine. What it's very important. What I say. And now, Tibu Kutua. And so Tomorrowland. And our festival, we so echo so. And Tibu Kutua Koko Jineni. Omanka Tibu Kutua no Kubisa and Master. Or contract and some that Bena was signed or say, Enchakra. Or best so assign the contract in Biblisan so no. Or best Madrid not Oyeni carrier in the Enchakra. obesan so the foforo sound the account Barcelona for new grass airco Spotify company you know of course aba bedru enra na cars ni nyina akwakosi enim ho a mo twen se bibia be okay na fe omo the grass no so akwako roll into when the grass no ya package the camera say no an say carpet e kwaya na e dey asewo anya dey bi na fe e na kwa brani be gu hu suo sa oh Charlie baby e free now be anything meja enje say dey bibia ya set aye twen say animanimu ya penyifo no so ebema green light na fe niema to so e go through maka chaw say Fulham for a show interest e two Chelsea players Disbury Hall and Raheem Sterling na maka chaw say Disbury Hall na say when you break pa matter so masan so and moving on to the Raheem Sterling deal. And of course, just like we told you, say, Manchester Chelsea for say 20 million. And I pay my sources as I'm sorry really say send you see can 20 million one Chelsea for edge. Chelsea for say I'm pay loan the biadi for Fulham for my Fulham and for loan bia ensu when him 20 million. Na Fulham for no edia, but na Fulham for bedi tiakwa wika. Now Raheem Sterling no cry so better so because Fulham there Raheem Sterling call me I will not be surprised because London one no per se otsna intika and no can makes a lot of sense but Timbom says sika pa Fulham for betam sa sika ne dey eden ma me call Rodrigo Goes the situation today and it say you know my catch say Madrid for the say o me manako o ma catch no o ya aware say Madrid for the say master onya club be catch re nebom club no I was say club sika no dey ba na respectable you know bid catch us about 5 days ago say papa na friend to press m1 na ma na change say ni si nebom omomu nsi ni kwan say esesoko but bid bi e be ba na say bid respectable enough Madrid for betimi ama na akọ links aba bebrebe ni nya PG for na aba be deny so mo no mo ka so mo perodu gogo ahibia anti ama for asem omu so ko Liverpool for no so omo pen no Liverpool for omo make any baby bia omo nya serious because again Liverpool for attention on Alexander Isak Arsenal for no so omo ball mo din ebata Rodrigo Goes no say Arsenal for just say omo ton player bia ansa na space bia ba beto Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, Muna, Sembianka bid be banner yoki and Arsenal for will probably let go, but almost so within. Enti Sana ba and it is I want to say Tottenham was spare. It makes a lot of sense because says hey obi anywhere we unity. And the second Madrid they pen so say you be aso so na betin unity sa. E bereche easy. Says hey e bereche easy. Send me see catch now say still no one or train say ja Arsenal for ebe hit no because all this while in you know na for the need to commerce opening time no about be joining Arsenal inti Arsenal for so and now no more tension in now Jokeres you say you Jokeres you trying say Arsenal officially ebe make official contact but for now no contacts na enyan koye Chelsea for so air train almost a Renato Viega no omo air train say bid no so ebe landi enimu ya for Renato Viega nti ye train say bid no baba as now let's go Madrid for na pen na deal no go off ye train say for be sa baby afei so Manchester United for a debate across Sporting Lisbon for defensive midfielder your friend Juma this guy I've been talking about him Martin Juma onimo well, there's about style no man you for peggy for you. Well, Juman on the 40 million euros and the coin matters Sporting Lisbon for say on the 50 million euros into Manchester United midfield one or Masanso air try so meet me after before fro into Martin Juman needing ababon saying Manchester United according to BBC say man you for at the bed call Sporting Lisbon for no so almost just as he can Chelsea Amando Broya, Martin said Chelsea for say, Omgusu Moton. And we say saying, Amando Broya say, value above from. Make what say at Chelsea for say 25 million pounds. Oh, Chelsea, a day. Amando Broya saying, hey, Chelsea, what is so? Amando Broya Chelsea for say 25. Disbury Hall. Chelsea for say, Fulham for Omumpel Rough ni loan in Zambia 30 million £30 million. So I get 30 for Disbury Hall. £30 million for Disbury Hall. Now I get 25 for Armando Bruya. Now Renato Viega, okay, 40 million euros. In 40 million euros, pounds man should be giving emphasis 35 million pounds to Crown. In the 35 for Renato Viega, 30 for Disbury Hall, 25 for Armando Bruya. Hey, Chelsea, baby, hey, very good. What? Manchester City acquired call Norwich IFN Doyle, Calum Doyle. Manchester City for almost 10 million on Beji. They so be a master almost said 10 million and almost on Beji. Manchester City acquired Amofano. If you know way, I could have Nansiano about Nepan, Sphere Nepan, and Quadano Manchester City Castle with the name Conqueror. Matissa Nepa Babonting, Anna say, Never Papa Anna, never pass it. Aquadano or Okuta about bare 8 clubs are winning now airped loan. Now, or your short say Manchester City for our plan at the money banner into Ojai, area Manchester City say, baby, Aquadane Becody or Manchester City for no and semi. Leandro Trussard so Arsenal for up to now. Contract extension of my boy no on feel mo where no person ko free o and because mo that day and the Arsenal for so more hwe nanim also so feel club no so can yen towns those way so was then contract extension would da wanim on so on taking decision be actually man you source me catch them say Oli Watkins na be fa wo source is so can be gini deeper also Oli Watkins dey be fa Benjamin Sesko no muso mu feeling the power but born na I style be kakra dia ma but Oli Watkins said the end I'm being told this the power so no the or you sure say send any money see corner the betimi afa am so okay ya the wa e ba ye the one some so e the brother to say ole ne die Manchester United for ni nyedi say Oli Watkins the deal no and so betimi afa am so okay ya the they were came with the baby the one some baba Alejandro Alfonso Martinez or a coordinate no penifoni be honestly be more Val Mignon. If you don't know Val Mignon, one man Barcelona fa kwada say Origin Dean Drew Pedro and I say do one and Drew akodano and papa na ebe kan say you cannot imagine any gia omuwom awomu krom say omo akwada ya onenam a omo training nwa saa akwada na bepi wo Barcelona and ne wa bobo obi e bobo na ba so say omani ajanka sanka so say ono come no credit a chain say ono Real Madrid ni but if it is akwada ne ekeke ball adima Barcelona for senior team ne wasesa say di onye Madrid ni bio say di o Barcelona supporter am say akwada o say di on we gina kubem e dey support Barcelona fiti na ekwe die wonnim na the Madrid susu na obete okakanka so onye Madrid ni bio Mundo Deportivo front page or say the Fantastic Four referring to new 4 signings Barcelona foyer Juan Garcia Joa of course he introducing was senior team no Rooney Barzi and Marcus Rashford and also Sa plays he only the Fantastic Four and the Mundo Deportivo and so actually to a sports newspaper or say Hans Flick is in love with Drew. It's of course they say Drew Yasema Yeki Hans Flick a feeling brutal yay McAllister no mukobisa and say master what to say ya to say upra no e ha opa no say ni pra say baby fa kono prayer enko dem so I want no treat or say about 3 places and no so no ha na fofra san so about on chere be cross onka nebum about 3 places nanso so say dey o feel good kakra e san so ne fishes ne doctors for na yedwuma san into the fitness who say en kakra the fitness no so enam kwanso e ba yenya ne ho abokyere say the nan kan na musini McAllister no say wa bre pa ja opra no de bobo mu hwe ono anka se nanim ebra ono so ebre Ibrahim Akonate no mkobi san say Japan am we say we okay what sets up very well e Japan na no so no kre no no nani age se wa ba Japan isan so no oyobia ya na Japanese cartoons no or peshe papa arms o papa penyi the heading. Also, share papa. In the Oba Japan, no Misa, Wataru Wendo say, on church and the Sunday, many must say, Wataru Wendo, a church in Imam on Afri Crady, or no with Philip Papa, Afri Crady, Afri no Beshe, Sa Japanese cartoons, Nibi Brams, Ibrahim Konati. Senior man, say. In those say, Ama. Odane or what dema Japan no asanso akosoro pa maybe or say obetimi asanso ababi o say ne niaje living there am say yo yate Manchester United for atai bayin there say the performance nan saying any say no munya club farmer no say goalkeeping nsam na no mo pe goalkeeper say ni so mo puti on hold say and dan chain one fan ton chain kakra say atai bayin there the performance no performance yes asom penyifo na ni ye pa nti no the decision say chinchina enko pe second goalkeeper no yes omo ye hold nti boy ni free hold they are fine but for now ni dey only free hold ni dey he still remains at Manchester United almost so omo plans no o kan wo ye pa well say David Alaba any follow Mendy as at this morning Mr. Kobisa updates the updates I am being told they say senior and I know the man ye be catch we say ibi eni wa asasa boys ni nyoma gain some person boko Madrid person bo ja omo kwan no omo se bibi eni wa asasa you still Madrid are trying to convince these two guys say omo free club with omo so say dabi you are vim say betimi apo ball na master ko fu ebeti ti Madrid do asemo free club with mo corner club no so aso mo dwe so mra so a eno so akwa problem Germany for say nyame adum a World Cup a day ni no just yeah, the concept of course they are going back to those days Germany just yeah no emotional and no concept in about you wait and Germany for likely to wear for the next World Cup Barcelona for mobile for free Japan no na I was say that Japan for na say Barcelona for ekosia mpenyufo na Barcelona for call Japan, any Japan and paying for my welcome club and Laporta, Ecosiamo, Jano, more interactions are craft fine. And now she was say business has made me a cosubibri into Muyano, or Jabu try to try a picture, come who tell her any Barcelona so community or no, and so at that Barcelona for now say Jomo quite come, just like we told you, this say the club ready or man about drew South Korea fee almost so at was so for Barcelona no everything is done Japan for now in fact I must send a very goodbye to them and I think it is good what Barcelona next time any problem beer what I say and now I love the events who go take Charlie is goes for training grounds about as then goes better and phobia a tomu su na say I'm for say where you say goes na tomu master goes now said and yan some kitwa share what I say be catch say Messi almost person with a special camera dedicated to Messi be follow Messi our MLS starting from 2nd of August. Me a story, me was a story for me sounds to PSA almost a body cam. Again, someone asked me about me sources, just like I told you, I think a week or two ago, me catch you say a dedicated camera will be follow no. You are just going to watch Messi throughout the 90 minutes. I'm not sure it is a body cam, but well, anyway. See why now will be sana. Still, my Kobisa almost a dedicated camera. Sanity. Andrick, the last time I catch her said no with Japan, na eja or holiday kakra with Japan on any wife. Say one could do Fiji, and as I say uja for what him say any GD uja for woman brutal. Robinho Jr. was signing contracts, and so a day ama see my friend Santos until 2030. Robinho Jr. say when you extend the contract, was signing contract, and so a day among Kakranka Crowja for the near what I say, Jenny Papa Bayen, I was so no suyebi. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. To say Robinho Jr. On also I sign a contract. Say matter say Ahli for Saudi Arabia say almost person signing 6 to 8 players. Oh. Now midfield no also be signing be 2 and 3 be midfield because midfield mo ayemre. They are looking at strengthening their midfield. And of course, Matthew V's Bissouma Odin, Belal El Kanous, the D Ewom, Wilford indeed in the D Ewom, Morgan Gibbs White, Crab, my son's what the almost someone found say, boy, now I stand in the contract, and so the ama club. Omo fa onkra se ko we send the contract in the ama Nottingham today. Omo could escape be dia was in Nottingham. Hwe Roma for say omo person omo ton 8 Dovbeck emaniko. Omo ton the wia next target Ramos Højlund. In so many Højlund ho pa ombeba name so muntimi nton 8 Dovbeck a omo ntimi befa Ramos Højlund emani nyeye. Inti no omo guso omo pe ekwan befa so aton 8 Dovbeck na fe Ramos Højlund so aba Ademola Lookman se senya deal in ACA delay no simple se ni bonuses kakra obeje na ontwa so na oma deal in a omuvu kwanta Inter Milan no so enye possible. Of course why in terms sense ka betimi am deal no so etimi ai possible into no or you ready so betimi am forfeit se can be to make sure say the deal from Atlanta to Inter Milan no and so betimi ai possible am so you okay ka ho and Manchester City for again training no gusu a e koso gidi say boys no ne nyina ba nti Ryan Cherki Abdul Qadir Kuzanov Jeremy Doku, Bernardo Silva Capito, Ellen Brute Holland, Umar Mamouche, squad on you. And there's also go so kakra. But we say Inaki Pena, and so Kasa. Sorry, Inaki Williams, sorry, it's senior man Inaki Williams, and so Kasa. Na Omo Kobisa will say Naki Tnasia. There's no way out. He will have interview without people mentioning his brother. Of course, that is quite normal. They're going to ask him about his brother. But say a lot of lies have been told. We all know how football works and the pressure they wanted to exert. Barca ran a media campaign that they thought would work. See, Barcelona ran a media campaign that they thought would work. That external noise has done a lot of damage and has tainted the situation. Hey, but I'm a Barcelona for the Begu Inaki Williams, so Radiu. Also, Barcelona for running a media campaign. And no fool says a media campaign, and a Barcelona for whom say, or more, no, Nankebefa. Rather, Sadia no crana, a say situation no cry. Hey, Inaki, Bayama Bassa for us, a jelly good so. So baby D Radi so asemi akoda asemi awakwa cocaine e be crazy a lot of back and forth sa waka say baby say Nico would get angry and I had to stop him. Hey. Or say Nico would get angry. I had to stop him. He saw things he didn't like. The new chapter na akoi kobi. I say Nico timi friend catcher and say nkofo bi omo twatwa nsem ne fa no person call reply omo e social media so some no omo ka no e ye ntronko aso no na timi ka mo Nico say twaso enfi omo nkofo no say let's go Bilbao supporters. No more just social media supporters. So, real supporters. Hey, Radinaki. Asamia wako ken where you are fire Barcelona supporters. No, what you maybe Naki. I say, then we making the mind that Niama na ekosunti. Ibufu ya we making the mind. They say, obe sign a long-term contract. And so Eddie Amal, let's go Madrid. Let's go Bilbao for. But I say now announcements no mean to me overnight. There was someone to mobo and so it's me echo. So things were happening that were tarnishing and let's go Bilbao's image. Hey! I say car now say you know. Okay, I say maybe I'm say Omako say Nico car and nkofo so say Bilbao for na ko say sa mora ni nyina no be uja for scientist nkofo bi na akoye na omode ko say naki omode ko say let's go Bilbao for no supporters until say hey ready story we pa na me time as we dey can be I say nkofo bi a won kwado ambodi but I say nkofo bi na na dey share supporters no na yakasa I Bilbao for ni nipa bonefo. Hey, senior man. Internet just say Windows net say you know the car window net say net say no correct. mora no e ne kre na emom ono no person kire se ebia na nya Bilbao fo ya enhwe na de wa ha ya next video ye ba na ya ba cheche nsem ni bebre dia mo nyakopon on hira no nka ho bebre bye bye.